reading YouTube. As people who are familiar with my channel know, I read a lot. I read every day. And I've gone through a lot of books in my life, most of which are long gone. And I've gotten better at getting rid of books. So it's when I'm done with them, I immediately either put them in a donation box or give them to someone in particular. Very rarely do I keep nonfiction books all any longer. And in the course of reading books, occasionally you come on duds. You just find a book and you get into it a few pages, and my cutoff point is 30%. If I have reached the 30% part mark on a book and it hasn't grabbed me, I put the book away and I go get another book. And last year, in 2015, I had a run where I had 3 books in a row that were crap. And I was really starting to get a little depressed at that point. But now it's 2016, and I've had it happen again. I just found my 3rd book that I don't want to read, but this is for a unique reason. So I thought I'd cover why I'm not happy with the 3 books. Because I physically have them still. They haven't gone into the box of the porch yet. So the first one was Drawing the Map of Life, and this was a advanced uncorrected proof, not for sale. It's called Inside the Human Genome Project by Victor K. McElhenney. And he's also the author of Watson and DNA. Well, I did learn enough of this book. I got 60 pages in before I gave up on it. That I do not want to read the author's book, Watson. Because when he covers Watson and Crick in the discovery of the DNA helix, he again completely ignores Rosalind Franklin, whose work was absolutely key to Watson and Crick's ability to find the shape of the DNA helix. And yet, once again, she's ignored by history. Anyone that ignores Rosalind Franklin is a douche nozzle. But besides that fact, because I knew the book would get past that time period, so okay, maybe it's still got a redeeming feature to it. I thought, all right, I'll give it a little bit further. And I know the outcome. We discovered the human genome completely. We're still working on the information from that, but we actually did the mapping part. So if you know the outcome of a story, the story of the journey to that outcome must be pretty darn engaging. And I was literally dozing off when I'm reading this. I mean, I'm like, he just boring author, really boring. Maybe the corrected version was a better read, but I doubt it. So I left that, and I thought, okay, let's try something that is light and shouldn't be too difficult to read. So I just go for Feast of Fear, Conversations with Stephen King by Tim Underwood and Chuck Miller, who are the editors. They're also editors of the national bestseller Bare Bones. I have no idea what that means. And I got 30 pages into this book when I realized a number of things. 1, Stephen King is socially conservative to a degree that I was unaware of. 2, he isn't very introspective. And 3, he isn't very bright. All things I did not know about Stephen King. The man completely missed the point of Lovecraft's fiction. Completely. He goes on about the fact that, Lovecraft goes on and on dancing around the topic and never gets to the specifics. And people are like, eventually, well, maybe he's not saying anything specific because, he doesn't know anything. Lovecraft's writing about existential dread, about societal rot from within. Now, I freely admit he was inspired to write this because he was a raging racist. But he still is beautifully writing about existential dread and societal rot from within. And if you are an English teacher, which is what he used to be, and a writer, which is what he is, and you don't notice this, you're not very smart. So yeah, put that one away. So I thought, okay, I'm going to take this down a notch. I'm going to set my bar really low. Maine Wild, cute little bear on the cover. So I thought, all right, I'm going to give this book a try. It's about Maine game wardens. How hard can that be? Until I discovered this. You see those passages? There is a passage break after every sentence. There are no paragraphs in this book. There is no narrative flow because there are no paragraphs in this book. This is from Pine Martin Press. Do they not have editors at the Pine Martin Press? Did no one just glance at this before it went to print? Did someone maybe tell the author, who is Megan Price, hey, it's traditional when it comes to writing to use paragraphs. Now, if you're writing poetry, okay, then maybe breaks like that are a good idea because you can have each person dwell on each line. Maybe she thinks her words are poetry. Maybe she thinks her words are so profound that you need to dwell on each sentence after having read it. Having read 30 pages of the book, I can tell you, no, they are not. So now I am on to the fourth book this week. So we're going to hope really hard that this works out for me. I don't want to have 4 duds in a row. Really, I don't. But at this point, it's a crapshoot. I don't know what topic to pick. So I'm picking up Amy Poehler's biography or memoir or whatever it is. Autobiography, I should say. So hopefully that will be entertaining. And if it isn't, it'll be a personal record of 4 duds in a row, and I'll tell you if it is. I'll tell you if it's a dud. So yeah, this is what happens sometimes when you read books and you just get a run of crappy ones. So I wanted you to tell me, how many times have you had this happen? When have you been hoping to read a good book and it's bad, and you get to the next book and it's bad? How many bad books have you encountered? Have you gotten more than 3? Because if you do, you have my deep sympathy. Because I know hitting 3 is something I've done twice so far, and I don't want to repeat the process. Though, on the upside, I am clearing my bookshelf out.